Hey guys, it's Tanika and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have an anti-haul for you. So I have already done one of these. I will link it down below if you want to watch it. I really love watching other people's anti-haul videos and just hearing the reasons behind why they aren't going to purchase a certain product. If you love anti-hauls, then please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to my channel and help me reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would really appreciate it if you press that little button. Okay, well, let's just get straight into it. The first thing I want to talk about is kind of a big one, and it isn't just one product, it's a whole collection, and it is the GIGI Hadid X Maybelline collection. I will start with something nice about this collection, and I do like the look of the packaging. The baby pink nude color looks really nice and it's very chic. I do like the overall look of the range, but the products, it's a no from me. Starting with the Jet Setter palette. I think it's actually a really good idea, but I feel like it's something that is going to be so different for everyone, and the shades in this palette are only going to suit a small percentage of people. And then there's the little eyeshadow palettes from the East Coast Glam range, and they are alright. I like the fact that there's a warm toned and a cool toned one, but I just wouldn't use them. And then there's the palettes from the West Coast Glow range. Now these ones do appeal to me a little bit more because they do have a few shimmer shades, but overall I do feel like I have these eyeshadows in my collection already, and I don't want to bag on drugstore, but usually their eyeshadows aren't very good. Next is the tinted primer, and oh my god, did you see Tarte use this on her channel? Like, what the hell? On the website it says that you can use it to create a natural contour with a sheer tint of color, but it's called a primer. I think that the regular consumer would see this, see that it's called a primer, and do exactly what Tarte did and just put it all over your face as a primer. I just think that it's a little bit of a confusing product, that they've labeled it as a primer, but then the directions say to use it to create a contour. It's just a little bit, not too sure. The Fiber mascara does look pretty good. It looks interesting. It looks like it could work. But then you've got the other mascara, which is just the Lash Sensational repackaged and more expensive. The lipsticks in the range are limited edition neutral shades, and I can see how they go along with the theme, and then also the lip liners to go along with them. But I just don't see the point of the eyeliners and the brushes. I just feel like they've repackaged a bunch of products and just tried to make a big collection. Personally, I think that they should have made 3 or 4 different Jet Setter palettes to suit different skin tones, and then maybe the lipstick range to go with that. As I said, I feel like the rest of the stuff is kind of unnecessary and they're just little fillers into the whole collection. The next thing that I'm not going to be purchasing are the Huda Beauty Obsessions eyeshadow palettes. Now, I do love the look of these, and if I were going to invest in one, it would be the Colourful Electric palette, I think it's called, but the other 3, I wouldn't. I think that the color selections are really thought through so that when you look at the palette, you can see, okay, I'm gonna put that shade with that shade and that on the lid. Like, I think that they've done a really good job in that sense, but to me, they are just expensive for what they are. And by that, I mean the shade ranges. These shades you can get from almost every brand. You can probably get them in a bigger palette and at a more affordable price. I understand if you are a die-hard Huda Beauty fan, then these are probably a must-have for you. But if you are just out browsing for these shades to generally have in your collection, I think that there are better, more affordable options. Just for reference, these palettes do have 9 shades, and in Australia they retail for $48 and each shade is 1.1 grams. The Desert Dusk palette, you get 18 shades. It retails for $95 and each shade is 1.4 grams. So if you buy 2 of the smaller palettes, it's pretty much equal to buying one of the big palettes. But I guess it's about what shades you prefer. I do own the Desert Dusk palette, but I thought that the shades in there were quite unique and I didn't have anything like that in my collection, which is why, to me, I did splurge on that palette. But when it comes to the Obsessions palette, like I said, I think that you can get these shades at a better price, so it's not something that I would splurge on. Let me know if this is making sense to you, because I feel like I'm just rambling, but I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. Next is another Huda Beauty product, and it is the Winter Solstice, I don't know if that's how you say it, little lip strobe mini set thing. These just do not appeal to me. I am just not into the shades, and it's as simple as that. They are described as having an iridescent shimmer and a duochrome glitter, and I don't know, I just think I'm over that. Some of the more natural shades in her lip strobe range do look really nice and I probably would wear on a daily basis, but it's just this collection, these shades, they're not doing anything for me. And I just don't think it is something that I would wear on a day-to-day basis. Next is the Anastasia Beverly Hills PRISM palette. And again, it's just about the shades. They do not appeal to me. When I look at this palette, I don't immediately think of color combinations and ways that I can use the shadows. I'm just kind of like, huh? It just looks a little bit off. And I'm not gonna lie, I would also be a little bit worried about buying this palette after the whole subculture thing, you know? Which I am actually still pretty mad about because I love the shade combination in the subculture palette. So I'm pretty mad that the shadows don't freaking work. Also, was it just me or was there like no hype for this palette at all? When Subculture was released, it was like the internet was losing their mind, and then it was such a flop, and then all of a sudden the PRISM palette just kind of snuck its way in and was like, hey, I'm here. I don't know, there was no hype. I like hype. But anyway, I won't be buying that palette, so on to the next one. Next are the newly released Ultra Beam Duos from Kim Kardashian West Beauty. Now, I actually do like the look of these, but why does it have to come in a duo? Why can't they just be sold separately? So these duos come with a high shine gloss and also a loose powder to be used as a highlight. It also says that you can mix it with water or a mixing medium for a super pigmented high metallic finish. So I guess, you know, to use on the eyelids for eyeshadow. So as I said, I do like the look of these. All the shades of the lip glosses and the pigments are really beautiful, but it literally goes from a white to 4 shades that are suitable for medium to dark skin tones. So if I wanted to buy one of the other lip glosses, which I think would work on every skin tone, I do have to get the pigment that comes with it. And unless I'm going to use that much pigment on my eyes, I'm just not going to get a lot of use out of it. As I said before, they are described to be used as a highlight, and those 4 shades in the pigments are just way too dark for me. If they were sold separately, I would probably buy some of the lip glosses because the shades are gorgeous and I've really been into lip glosses lately. The price of these are $32 US, so it comes to around 42 Australian dollars, which I think is pretty good because you're paying $21 for each product, and that's a good price. But yeah, the main reason why I won't be buying these is because they're not sold separately, so that sucks. And then the last thing that I will not be buying is the Tarte Toasted palette. So here we have another warm tone palette, and I get it. Every brand needs to come out with their own version because they are super popular. But for me, I just don't need it, and to be honest, Tarte's eyeshadows aren't my favorite formula. I do love the shades in this palette. I can look at it and automatically think of color combinations, but I know that I have similar shades in my collection already, so I don't need to spend my money on this one. This palette is also 69 Australian dollars from the Tarte website, and to me, that's hella expensive. Personally, I'd rather pick up a Morphe eyeshadow palette, something like the new 3502, where you're gonna get more than double the amount of shades and for a way better price. And I actually don't mind the Morphe palettes. I think they're really good value, and the shimmers in these palettes are just, they are good. Alright, well that is everything I have to talk about today. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with anything that I have said, and also let me know what products that you won't be buying. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also come follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Snapchat. I will leave all the links in the description box. I'm going too fast. I will leave all the links in the description box below. I hope you're all having a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!